Hades' vault, before Poseidon's vault, there was another inescapable prison. The OG, the blueprints, the beginning to madness. Pandora's Vault. Everyone already knows about Pandora's Vault. It's the famous prison of the Dream SMP that houses Dream himself. It is incredibly secure and incredibly impressive for being built in survival by one man. I mean, look at this thing. It is considered to be the foundation of inescapable prisons, the baseline, if you will. It is notoriously difficult to escape from. Some people even say that it's impossible. And those who do, clearly, have never met me. Now, when I say that Pandora's Vault is the blueprints, that does not mean that this prison is easy to break out of. The absolute scale and ingenuity of this prison being built in survival by one man is absolutely astounding, and I have to commend awesamdude's galaxy brain that he used while constructing this. Although with all that being said, I did find numerous ways to get out. I'm not going to go through each one, but pretty much all of them had to do with either dying or getting help from the outside, but I want a challenge. A good puzzle to work my way around. Let's say that I'm actually in a scenario where I'm on the server with this prison. I have one canon life left. Everyone on the server hates me. I haven't been given time to prepare beforehand, and I was captured and forced to come here. So to make things harder for me to get out, I'm gonna have these rules set up. I can't kill myself or die to get out. I can't smuggle any items in. I can't use any visitor. And I can't go between rooms, even if I get out of one. Let me explain. You see, we don't have any world download of the Dream SMP prison in full, so what people have done is made a replica based on the streams of the Dream SMP. They put in all the redstone contraptions from the build, except for the vanishing floor. awesamdude just has such a gigabrain that the people couldn't figure out how to do it, or maybe they were too lazy, so they just used command blocks to make the floor disappear and reappear. That's okay, using even command blocks won't stop me. But anyways, using a replica based on what we see in the streams of course leaves some unexplored areas. There are 2 unknown rooms in this prison. We don't know what they are, so I can't use them. And also the space between the rooms is filled with an empty void surrounded by glowstone and animals for some reason. Either way, if I got out of a room by the cell, I could just walk over to the portal room and get in through the redstone lights. So I'm just assuming that awesamdude has made barriers in between the rooms in the real prison. Also, this is my cousin that I made cosplay as awesamdude for this video, just for clarification. So in my recent escape videos, I always plan ahead and always have stuff ready. But in this scenario, just to make it extra difficult on me, let's just say that for some reason I wasn't prepared for being put in prison and that I have been captured by the protagonists. I have no time to prepare, and if I die while inside the cell, that counts as my last canon life. So I must be extra careful not to make any mistakes. With this set of obstacles for me to go over, this escape plan is the most difficult and dangerous that I've ever had to do. So now let me show you what I must overcome. Start by going into a portal outside the prison, and then going through the same portal from the nether, and ending up in the main lobby area of the prison. Here, the guard opens the lockers where you put in all your items, and then he opens the first door to the prison. This brings you to observation hallways. This is one of the only times that you will be separated from the guard, and this is to make sure that you don't have any items on you. First you click this bed, then you will be trapped and then killed with harming potions. After that, you respawn in the next hallway. Ahead of you is the first lava chasm. The guard raises the floor so that you can walk over it, and then once you do, you come to this massive room, which holds the epic 6x6 iron vault door, guarding the entrance to the cells. Once the guard opens the vault door, you are presented with the main holding cells. These cells are for common criminals, so they aren't the deepest in the prison, but nonetheless they are still pretty inescapable, seeing as how they are right next to a sheer drop into lava. Then the guard raises this walkway, and you enter this room, where you set spawn, get manually searched for items, and then move on to the next room, which is this place. Here you get splashed with water breathing and poison, so that you are only on half a heart and can be killed anytime if the guard feels like you're trying something nefarious. Then you swim through a 1x1 waterway to the next room, and this room has a whole host of controls. It has a bed trap where you set your spawn, and then you get splashed with fire resistance. Once you do that, you then ride this honey block flying machine across the 3rd lava chasm. Then you douse yourself in this water so that you don't burn, go up these dramatic steps and enter the last bed respawn point, where you set your spawn and then wait for the lava to lower. And then finally you ride this flying machine to the cell. It retracts, and then the lava is sent back down. This is for visitors, but I'm guessing that they did the same thing for the prisoner as well, except instead they built a little stairway up to the cell bed, made them tap it, and then covered it up with obsidian. And the cell is arguably the most secure part of the prison. It is surrounded by obsidian, and then who knows how many hundreds of blocks of lava. And then your bed is behind more obsidian. When you die, you respawn on a pressure plate that pushes you back down into the prison without you being able to punch anything. And did I forget to mention that you have Mining Fatigue 3? Yeah, every prison has Mining Fatigue 3 now. Also, I'm going to make sure that this prison is in maximum security mode for extra difficulty, all doors locked, all lava activated, and all bridges deactivated. Since awesamdude is the smartest man to ever live, he made one-way doors that can only be opened from the outside, so when they are locked, the switches on the inside of the door do nothing. All of these safety measures to make sure that I can't ever get out, and yet, they have already given me more than enough to escape. This is the easiest stage. I just need to do everything that the guard tells me to, and come in peacefully. I need to give the guard as much confidence in himself as possible. He probably knows about my past of smuggling items into prisons to break free, so he will be extra thorough in checking that I have none. I go through the motions. Set my spawn, get killed, go across the bridge, go through the vault, set my spawn, get manually checked, get poisoned, swim through the waterway, set my spawn, get fire resistance, go through the lava, extinguish myself, set my spawn here, wait for the lava to drain, and then tap on the bed in the bed trap if the guard has opened a tunnel to do it. All I do then is get out of the bed, and then I will be trapped inside the cell, surrounded by a wall of lava. Now the guard left me with a chest full of books and quills to write various things like journals and diaries and suicide notes in the chest over here, and they may seem useless at first glance, but they will be the key to getting me out of here unnoticed. Also, I'm going to have Mining Fatigue 1. This escape plan is still possible with Mining Fatigue 3, I just merely use it so that this video isn't 7 hours long. Now obviously there's only one guard in this prison. awesamdude. He has his reasons for being the only one. There are some advantages, but there are also some advantages for me, the prisoner, as well. You see, no matter how long awesamdude stays online, he's going to need sleep every once in a while, and he can't play Minecraft forever. So what I will do is, for the next day to a week, however long I want to be in here, I write down the times that he logs off the server and back on again in these books for how long he is gone. This will help me calculate the best time to make my move and how long I will have to perform it before awesamdude comes back online. So yes, we need to memorize his sleep schedule, or at least his computer usage schedule. It's been 30 minutes since the guard has logged off. He should hopefully be getting to REM's sleep. If I'm ever gonna get out, it's now. I have a few hours to myself before he comes back. My first move is to immediately jump into the lava. You might think that I'm incredibly stupid for ending my last canon life. And you are right, I am stupid, but you're wrong about me ending my life, because I can get to the other side of this lava wall without dying. I need to exit out of the world, rejoin, swim for a second or two, and then repeat that over and over until I get to the other side. Because when you join a Minecraft world, you are impervious to damage for 3 seconds unless it's void damage. This means that with enough patience and timing, I can get across to the other side. Now I douse myself in the water at the bottom of the stairs, and then I go back to grab the bed from the room, and then move on. I forgot to mention this, but I'm also going to be taking this clock so that I know when it's nighttime. This will come in handy later. Now there's another lava tunnel. This one is different because there's a guard tunnel to the right, and if we break in like this, we can get through it. And this room right here is the jackpot, because awesamdude decided to light it with shroom lights, which conveniently can be broken and picked up with your fist, unlike a glowstone, sea lantern, or redstone lamp. So I'm just gonna take all of these with me. They will be useful later. I'm also going to disable the bed trap and get the bed from this corner, and then swim through the water gate. Now I end up in this small room. I am blocked by a piston door that is locked from the outside. Thankfully though, I can tamper with the redstone to make one of the halves open. I break this shroom light and then break this tiny bit of redstone right here. This opens the bottom of the piston door. I then use the shroom lights to shape the water, sculpt it into the form that I want it to be, and then use it to swim under the door. Although, now I'm in another room, guarded by another piston door locked from the outside. This time it will be a bit harder to tamper with the redstone, but we can still do it. We just need to stack up to this redstone lamp, break it, and break the redstone block. Place the bed against this block, sleep in the bed, and then get out, and we are on top of the room. This is what I was talking about when I said that you were able to get out of the rooms. So just imagine there's walls here. It would take me ages to try and break out of the walls. So instead I break this piece of redstone and go back into the room, remembering to collect all the shroom lights and beds. I now got this side of the door to open, but here comes the most daunting part of the challenge yet. The lava chasm. There's no floor, and the only way it can be activated is from the other side, so I'm gonna have to get across another way. Good thing awesamdude gave me enough of those shroom lights. Anyways, now comes the vault door. This thing was one of the biggest challenges to try and beat, because it is 5 blocks thick, it's all iron, surrounded by obsidian, and it would take way too long to mine. But this problem can be solved just like any other, with patience and focus. You see, I learn a lot from the captors that imprison me over and over again. And one thing that I have picked up from all the bed respawn traps was how they use the beds. What I do is break this shroom light, break this redstone, and build back up. Now I will use the guard's bed trap trick as a means to escape the very thing that they thought to stop me. I place the bed here, sleep, and wake up. I'm inside the door. Now I place a shroom light here, place a bed here, and do the exact same thing. And I am through, without a scratch on it from this side. Now, this lava chasm can be opened by a button here, so thankfully, we don't have to parkour over it. Now thankfully the door to the guard area is opened by pressure plates on this side, so I can walk through and face the last door that I must break. But I'm gonna have to use good old-fashioned punching to get through this one. It's just one though, it's only blackstone, it'll take a while with mining fatigue 3, but I can still do it. Then I place the bed here and sleep in it once again. I now have access to the main control panel. Now I must turn on the portal and then open my ender chest. I don't know about you, but I always keep TNT, obsidian, and flint and steel in my ender chest, just in case I need to make another portal in the nether. All I need to do is enter the portal, light the TNT just as I'm about to be teleported, and just like that, I've escaped the Dream SMP's most inescapable prison, still holding my last canon life.